entity. I guess I'll call it an entity because I'm looking at PowerCityIO.io. First thing I thought was, maybe I missed something. Maybe it's an on ramp or an off ramp. Maybe I can swap Ethereum directly to Pulse Chain. So I had a look. Now this was my first disappointment. Now, to be fair, I think it's still relatively new. Pulse Chain's only been out for about 3 months now, going on 4. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get up and running. Portal X is working. I haven't actually used it. I haven't even connected to it. But the first thing I noticed was this. I can't swap from Ethereum to Pulse Chain. Not sure why that is. It would have been cool to see that working. It would have been useful. I would have potentially used it. I thought maybe wrap post. Okay, but then I thought maybe it's just my connection. But I thought if I switch to Ethereum to BNB, it actually does have a route. So it will be interesting to see that up and running. So that's just one thing I've noticed so far. Now, what I might do, I might go through one by one, maybe just review some of the other stuff on Pulse Chain. I don't know. I might even get to some of the meme coins. Basically, a HEXican point of view. It may not be the most, how would you say, uplifting content. I'm not going to be shilling nothing. The extent to which I shill it will be me showing it on screen. So take it or leave it, people. Now, I will just check if there is anyone tuning in for this one. I'll try and get my comments working. I've got to figure out how to fix my thumbnails. I will just double check also my audio. Should be coming through loud and clear. Alright. Now, continuing on. So I thought I would do a little bit of research, some sleuthing, some looking around. What is PowerCity and why? So I thought, well, I'll take it back to, I guess, the sacrifice. So what can I find about the sacrifice? Well, apparently this video appears. PowerCity Sacrifice Explained. This was about a year ago from Cryptopreneur. I did find this as well. I guess they do have Twitter. They do have also the Sacrifice Explained, which happens to be that same video here. This is basically the transcript. It goes on to explain. So it appears somewhere along the line, if you have already sacrificed to PulseX and Liquid Loans, then there'll be some sort of bonus. But what I also was able to find, now I was able to find this here. Basically, sacrifice has ended. Something about PowerCity has been KYC'd, and then that led me to this here. Basically, top 500 sacrifices. So, if I had sacrificed 2.5 million, or 740,000, 670, 430, 316, 230, I might be pretty keen to see this this amount of economic energy released back into my hands, my wallet. It also might be interesting to see how it will play out on the native chain, which is Pulse Chain. Now, I'm just curious how. So my next thought is, okay, sacrifice took place. Where is it? Doesn't actually say what it was for. Let's have a look. Healthy something active in competitive product market. Believe in the freedom. You believe in the right to free enterprise. Okay, so I'm not sure what exactly jurisdiction this is under. Now, it goes on. The group of people who make sacrifices demonstrate their commitment to this political statement. Should not expect to benefit from the efforts of others. You're not making a purchase. The world can see that you're part of the people free markets. Okay, I can understand those words, and so I'll continue on. And so we have this here. Total sacrifice was 13,939. So I'm not sure when this took place. It doesn't actually have the list of the address. It might have it here. It does. Okay, it actually has a list of the TX network. Okay, so 2.5 million. Let's have a little 2023. What? Really? Okay, so apparently you can still sacrifice. Like maybe there's no time limit or something, or maybe I don't know how that's working. Okay. So from make it die. Alright, so I must be reading that incorrect. Here we go. Transfer from that to that. There we go. It's more like it. Alright, anyway. Not a on-chain analysis expert right here, right now. But yeah, if you go to that particular website, it actually does have, go back through, you know, the amounts transferred, where they went, you know, because everything's on the blockchain, right? So 2.5 million was the highest, broken down into 3. If you click on there, again, this may not be accurate, so other people in that particular community will be able to correct if incorrect. But so we see here, my first thought is portal swap, cool. So launch, you can actually launch that. So that's actually out, right? So my next, I was curious as to what is POWERCITY. So it has the team. I don't know any of these individuals. I can't help but notice again, they're builders, so that's good. I can't help but notice it kind of looks like, you know, a bit of money was spent on this website, but I'm not into web design, so anyone maybe could have put this together. I'm not sure. We do see a little bit of videos here and there, interesting stuff. We do have some people which are pretty well known in the HEXican community, but also on the POWERCITY team. So I thought that's interesting. Some of them actually seem to be crossing over into also liquid loans. So again, that's just some stuff I'm knowing purely as a HEXican. Not good or bad, just logic right now, facts. So then the next thing I thought I'd have a look at is here, the POWERCITY core. So I thought I'll click on more. So if I have entered in 2.5 million, right, and the POWERCITY core, which is yet to be unleashed into the, you know, ecosphere, because, you know, once, if you have 13, close to 4, let's call it 14 million, right? You have $14 million of locked up, pent up economic energy, which is going to be maybe released as a what token of some sort. My first thought is, where is this going to be released? How is it going to be released? You know, how would someone profit off of this? So we look at POWERCITY core. Well, I thought I'd look here. I looked at Paul X already, and both what and what. So you can, looks like you can provide your what tokens if you get them. Provide them and pair them with the LP with Pulse. In some LP somewhere. I'm not sure where, again, because I'm not expert here. I haven't launched a testnet. Oh, maybe I should. I'll launch testnet. Eh? Now, it says collect fees with an ecosystem. Fees generated by the DApp service with the POWERCITY ecosystem will be shared with Core's treasury and distributed to stake what in Core. Okay. So stakes will represent a receipt of NFT that can be resold with a supply NFT. I guess I can understand that. Similar to HSI, I guess. Similar. Let's have a look. How is the reward pool? That, in theory, should equal. Maybe not. Again, first time looking at this, no idea what I'm looking at. The amount of what locked. So this is testnet. Now we all remember what testnet looked like for Pulse Chain, the various versions, and the figures were somewhat different. Now I could be wrong, but imagine if you put 2.5 million and you're getting $1.61. That's a pretty decent return, right? So the question that comes to my mind: how would you exit this system? Maybe you don't want to. Maybe stake it away to earn perpetual sort of income. maybe you buy some more hex. I don't know, but $1.61, that's a pretty decent. That's a pretty fair exchange, right? Mind you, it still hasn't come out, so I'm waiting to see how it comes out. Now, let's have a look. Yeah, okay, so that makes a little bit more sense to me. First time looking at this. Look at that. And so I thought interesting. Also, Earn protocol, really decentralized, built specifically for Pulse X and Dex or Pulse Chain. Okay, Earn allows interest-free loans in the POWERCITY DC. I'm not sure what that is. Peg stablecoin using PLS X as collateral. Okay, so if someone holds large bags of Pulse X, maybe it would be beneficial to XYZ. Now, loans are secured by a stability pool containing PXDC, while earned tokens can be staked to earn lending fees. Okay, so again, more about how would I, as an individual who sacrificed, who obtained points, who may or may not get what token, be able to earn on this. So far, I'm of the understanding that I'll be able to sell the what token. I'm assuming it's on Pulse Chain with deep liquidity pools. You hope there's deep liquidity pools, and also apparently there will be a stablecoin. There'll be opportunities to stake potentially, if I'm understanding correctly, and you can also earn some fees while doing so, while providing the LP and/or I guess you call it single-sided staking, and you would also then have the opportunity to earn more. Okay. So that's POWERCITY Core, I was talking about before, Earn Protocol. Now, I'm not going to look too much on the Pixel NFT marketplace, because again, I don't know too much about NFTs at all, so I'm not really going to look at any of them beyond HSIs. Now, Amplify sounds interesting, although NFTs maybe I should look at, because you're going to maybe potentially sell NFT by HSIs, maybe. Automated front end, so that's interesting, automated. Earn protocol and liquid loans. Again, you can see how they're sort of tied together. These trustless crypto lending protocols mint are stable, locking up crypto assets as collateral. I'm not sure what it's done with the collateral. Amplify simplifies operation of minting and staking while automating several component strategies so you don't need to keep track of that. Okay, so it sounds like you lock assets. I'm assuming there may be some ratios you need to monitor, but it says you don't have to. And then you'll be able to earn. Okay, so if I had $2.5 million and I locked this away, I wonder what the yield would be. Interesting, given what is out there. So maybe, just maybe, this might be some sort of gold mine. Maybe, just maybe, I'm not sure what's going to happen in terms of prices across the board with these particular tokens. Now, a stable coin, I can't imagine a stable coin depegging, but at the same time, with the price of Pulse Chain and Pulse X, and if you're not purchasing Pulse Chain or Pulse X, it might be difficult to create liquidity pools, I guess, unless you have big giant bags to match up with the non-existent WAT tokens. Because what I'm saying is, if you have large amounts of WAT and then insufficient LP to provide with it, what could happen? What could happen? There's just some things that cross my mind. Now, I'm not immediately looking at this and going, this is like the new Hex. This is the new thing that's going to make, provide me with some financial freedom. While at the same time, I'm not completely shitting on it. I'm not just sort of saying, I'm not going to touch this, but because there might be something here. Because as we saw with the Fox decentralized exchange, that actually has higher APY than PulseX, but then as we understand now with maybe LP pools, what's happened to the price, what the price is currently doing, maybe, just maybe, now is the time to be buying things which are cheap. So I'm not sure if, basically what I'm saying, I'm not sure how the price of Pulse Chain and Pulse X is playing into ecospheres like this. Like, does it matter? I really want to see this stuff released. I want to see how the price of Pulse Chain and Pulse X is affected by it. Whether or not these are actually going to be positive or neutral or negative. for the Pulse chain ecosphere. Basically, these videos are not meant to shill at all. They are more to present my personal opinion on certain platforms, and also more what I could find. And once it does come out, I will have a look at it and I will see how it all plays out. Maybe I'm completely wrong, misreading, and once what token is available, the pools will be available. It'll have a positive effect on Pulse Chain's price, have a positive effect on Pulse X's price, and this people might end up with a lot of what tokens which are worth a lot. Because what I'm understanding, if I could be incorrect, but to summarize, I would say sacrifice took place. It was about $14 million. Top sacrificer, 2.5 million, and they are currently able to trade on Portal X. Although you can't exactly just at the moment trade across from Ethereum to Pulse, which is unfortunate because I would love to see that. I would use that. That's that one-click button buy that I'm talking about, but I just can't find it anywhere. Now, POWERCITY Core, it seems to be, as again, we'll go over it. You can take your what tokens, lock them, you can pull them, and then you can earn in Pulse or Pulse X as fees. I'm just curious how that'll play out. Earn, we can see here, you can basically lock assets in exchange for stable in a loan type scenarios from my understanding, and then you'll be able to have a stable, and that stable you could probably trade, and you might be able to apply that haunted strategy from liquid loans. I'm just curious though, in a market that's falling, how that strategy actually works. Again, this is just objective logic that I'm applying. I think it's I haven't seen many people do it, so maybe not many views are going to come across. Hey, Finbear. What's happening? I hope you didn't. Well, I'm covering some just some of the non-hex stuff that I didn't sacrifice. I'm just gonna try and apply my logic to it and my thinking. It's not overly positive. It's not like a fucking shill show. But I just thought I'm just trying to understand it, And yeah, so it sounds like, back to this, the Earn protocol. It sounds similar to liquid loans, to be honest. PXDC sounds like the stable, and it sounds like you would lock away your asset, and whether or not the asset, if it moves up or down, is an issue. So say you had your 2.5 million in what tokens and you lock it away, and then somehow the what token increases in value or decreases in value. Like, what would that do to your loan to pay back? I mean, you'd say, oh, it doesn't matter, but if you're only getting, say, like a 10% ratio of payout on the loans, again, I haven't seen. I'll launch testnet and just have a look. Got to give it a fair show. All right, no, I'll wait. So yeah, we'll go back. Oh my god, wish I'd get this is week 3 and I'm still not well. NFTs I won't touch as much. My only interest in these would be HSIs. Again, I think HSIs are pretty ingenious in terms of the ability to turn the HSI into, hex later on, and to make them tradable, etc., etc. Now, amplifier, again, just doing a quick revision. Front end for the Earn protocol and liquid loans, again, they're sort of tied. Meant to stay, basically saying automating several compounding strategies. So I would be interested to see how this looks on chain. Whether it's similar to like comp, or like when you lock away stables and other protocols, you just sort of lock it away and you go back and check it and you see your daily payout or whatever it is, hourly payout, secondly payout. Not too sure, but again, like I said, I am interested because there was $14 million locked away in this, and I want to see how it's going to play out with it being released, if and when it does release, because I'm not sure the time frame given. I went back through and they look at their videos and they're pretty good, you know. You have a look at these ones, Earn Protocol, you know, unlocking the passive income power, etc., and that's pretty recently, so I'm not sure if that's an indication of when this thing's coming out. It's now September though, so a couple months later, who knows? The accelerator. All right, so DeFi investments automating the process of compound yield by earning rewards, restaking, and boost. Again, wonder what the APYs will be like on this. Like, you know, when you're looking at the screen, what sort of returns you're going to get? Is it going to be more? Is it going to entice people away from other platforms like Fox, like PulseX, chasing yield? Will it entice people away from Hex, locking away? Or is it more similar to like forks of other protocols that already exist? Yeah, it's just something I thought I would cover. I don't usually cover this, but you know, but why not, eh? Why not? But here, what price on existent market cap non-existent. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the people that sacrifice will absolutely kill it. I hope they do, and then I hope that, you know, that it puts an end to their bear market blues. You know? But I'm just curious to see how this all plays out. That's about it. That is about it. All right. I think I'll end it there. The next one I'll look at most likely will be liquid loans, because you know, maybe people like this content. You just go over all the different crypto. I don't know, man. But I guess people could get tired, weary of the same old Hex content. Personally, myself, if I had to choose between Hex and POWERCITY, if I had $20 million, I might be allocating a very small portion to POWERCITY, as would I be allocating a very small portion to Hex, because of the current bear market and the opportunity to DCA in the things like Pulse Chain and PulseX and Hex, you know. Like I said, I really want to see this thing launch, and I really want to see the figures. I really want to see how much it can produce. I really want to see how viable it is long term. I guess compare it to, you know, some yield farming sort of stuff. Because if you have a look at what Lex, I'm assuming is there LP provision on here? I'm not actually sure. That would be interesting if there was, because it's cross chain. Again, the big negative for me is I can't actually trade my Ethereum or otherwise, my Avalanche, or let's go Solana. I can't trade my Solana into Pulse Chain. Hang on, maybe I can. Trading on event, that's the frustration. Now go Pulse. You can trade it, but you have to already have the other token. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to one day, and this is the green button, the red button to buy Pulse Chain Direct with little to no other processes. All right, that is about it. Yeah, so I thought I'd try something different, cover some crypto content, 100% crypto content, but I'll do it from a HEXican point of view, with no affiliation to these projects at all, and my thoughts on it. Again, could be wrong, but yeah, I'm not seeing, I can't see yet because I can't see the figures. Once I do see the figures, then I could be proven wrong. Then I could make an updated video with the updated worldview, the updated information, and say, look, if you did this, you could make X, Y, Z amount of profit. If you did this, you could make X, Y, Z amount of profit. But that's why these videos are always for, you know, looking at data that has happened as opposed to looking to the future, because these are not sort of crystal balls of the future. Oh, I should, you know, buy X, Y, Z. All right, peace out. Man, let me do that again. Where's my video? I'll get it right one day. I'll get the right angle and be like, peace out. Peace out this way. Oh, yeah. All right.